Continuing coverage now on a series of false police calls in Colonie over the weekend.
Dozens of officers, the SWAT team, and EMS all responded to an apartment complex after getting multiple calls from a man claiming to be holding his mother hostage with bombs, guns, and knives.
Turns out it was all a hoax, an expensive one at that for taxpayers. This is something called swatting. Our Jennifer Lukey is live at the complex to explain. And Jen, there was never a real threat to anyone here, right?
No, there wasn't, Cody. Like you mentioned, this was a typical case of what is known as swatting. Basically, a man called from a blocked number and told Colonie Police that he was holed up in one of these apartments here, that he had knocked his mother out, was high on medications, and had put a bomb in the community room, which is in the building right behind me. A couple hours into the standoff, police realized this was all bogus.
The swatter made a number of blocked calls to Colonie Police, providing some pretty specific information about where he allegedly was. So SWAT evacuated all the units around the apartment, set up a perimeter, and put snipers on the roofs. After about an hour, the man who lives in that apartment appeared in a window and climbed out. At first, Colonie Police thought they had their man.
The same caller called again, leading us to believe that he was probably monitoring our radio frequencies, saying you have the wrong guy. I'm actually in an adjoining apartment. However, officers had already been to that apartment prior to this when they were doing the evacuation.
That's when they knew they had been swatted. This guy kept calling back, but he was blocking his number somehow?
The phone number that was coming into the police station was blocked. No identifying information to that, and we have still not had any success in tracking that.
At least 20 officers were called in or worked overtime for this event.
We're looking at several $1,000s that it cost for what is right now ultimately a complete and utter hoax.
This is the second time Colonie Police Department has been the victim of swatting. Watervliet had a similar incident last year, too. In fact, swatting has become more prevalent across the country these days. Many suspects using the internet, gaming systems, and caller ID spoofing to pull it off.
We were very fortunate in this case that nothing else serious happened in the town, either for the EMS side or for the police side. So it didn't affect any public safety issues, but it certainly did cause quite a stir.
Now, police are looking into why the man who lives in this apartment may have been targeted. That may be the only way they could track down a suspect. They don't believe they'll be able to check the call logs enough to find out where those calls originated, but they have enlisted the help of the FBI. In the other swatting incident that happened here in Colonie, it was a man in Germany, the suspect, who was gaming against a teenager here in Colonie and found on that gaming system all the information he needed to create another swatting event. So obviously this is something of major concern, because when police get a call like this, they have to respond with all hands on deck in case it is real, and in most cases it is real, but it becomes very expensive when it's not. Colonie Police don't have the official numbers yet, but as you heard, several thousand. Lieutenant Winn tells me likely more than $5,000 for this one incident right here in Colonie. Back to you guys in the studio.